God called men to be pastors. He called you to walk alongside those people. That's not something you can delegate to a chatbot.
Well, tell us about what you said on AI.
So AI as an instrument of research is really no different than looking stuff up on Google and all that. And so there's no problem with using artificial intelligence for research and to find building blocks with which you build a sermon. But however, I will say to have AI write your sermon is, first of all, I would say it is as wrong as plagiarizing someone else's sermon. That's not your work. Preaching comes from a life. It comes from a personal walk with Jesus. And I would just say, you've not lived out that experience. That's not your study. I have interacted with AI. I have asked AI to write a sermon in my style. It did amazingly well. I was shocked. I asked AI what it knew about me. It knew me quite well. But I will tell you this, I've learned this also. AI experiences a thing called hallucinations. And that is, it gets stuff wrong, but it is convinced it's right. It is fascinating. So I asked AI, where did Hershael York get his degrees? And it has given me various answers, all of which are wrong. It'll say, I got my degree from Southern Seminary. Well, I teach at Southern, but I didn't get my degree there. One time it said Southwestern. And this is a problem. AI is so much like humans, it will lie. And so I would caution anybody that's trusted in AI, you cannot trust the information it gives you, it generates. And it will absolutely claim that it's correct, and it is not. So I play Wordle, and I'll give it Wordle problems, and I'll say, give me a word that has an E in the second position, and an R cannot be in the fourth position, 5-letter word, and I'll give it it has to have these 5 letters. It'll generate words that do not meet my criteria. And so this should be a warning to us. It is so much like humans, it will be wrong and it will lie. So I want to warn you, you cannot trust its information yet. And read about AI and hallucinations. It's a problem that all of the AI companies are having issues with. So you certainly don't want that in your sermon. You don't want to trust some information you got from a chatbot to give you factual stuff. But I would also say this, let's say you can trust it and you could use it. It has no soul. I can't say it any other way. It has no soul. What makes my preaching significant is what God has done in me with that text. And anything that short circuits that, whether it's plagiarizing someone else's sermon, or getting ChatGPT to write my sermon, well, that's not going through me. I believe that a life preaches as much as a text, in the sense that God called men to be pastors. He called you to walk alongside those people. That's not something you can delegate to a chatbot. So I would caution everyone to make sure that you do the work. Let the text work in and through you, and the sermon be your labor over the text, the work of the Holy Spirit in you, and it's birthed through that process. And I think relying on AI or plagiarizing someone else's sermon completely averts and avoids that process.
I've wondered about going to AI and saying, write a sermon on Hebrews 11 in my style, and using that as my first draft. And I've been reticent to even play with that because of what you're saying. You don't want the artificial nature of it to dominate.
Yeah, I was stunned how well it could imitate a style, but to me, always it still falls way short of that, what I call soul. I ask it to write a poem about ministry in the style of R.S. Thomas. It did get a lot of themes right, but it didn't begin to approximate the artistry of R.S. Thomas, or to write an essay. I gave it some subject matter and said, write an essay on this in the style of Joan Didion. You know, and it did some Didion-esque things, but it still wasn't even close to the writing of Joan Didion. So I would just caution, and I think because we want shortcuts, it's easy to want it to be good. I think it's not good yet. It may get good. I would still say I think we should avoid using it much other than just research about building blocks. But full-blown writing our sermons, I go, yeah, let's do that from our labor over the text.